Hi guys, it's Casey and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about making this crochet crop top with front puff design. This video is quite long, but you can find the timestamps for the different parts on the description box. Without further ado, let's get into the video. For this project, we'll use 3 strands of fine cotton yarn. Fold the yarn into 3 and pull to make it longer. Start with a slip knot and make 135 chains. This is equivalent to 27 inches, which is my underbust measurement. For row 1, chain 1 and place single crochets in each stitch. To make a single crochet, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull through the stitch, yarn over once again and pull through all loops. For row 2, chain 1, turn your work and place single crochets in each stitch. Repeat this pattern for the succeeding rows until you reach your desired measurement. Mine's about 4 inches. It is the length from my underbust to waistline. We already have 23 rows of single crochet. I'm going to try this on my body and mark the underarm part. Next, fold your work. Mark the other side and make sure to have the same number of stitches. For row 24, chain 1, turn your work and place single crochets until you reach the stitch marker. Row 25, chain 1, turn and place single crochets across the row. Repeat this until it reaches 1 to 2 inches below your underarm. We're halfway done with the base. We'll now start making the puff design. Chain 8. This is my measurement from underarm to chest. For row 1, chain 2 and place double crochets starting on the 3rd chain from your hook. To make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook to the next stitch, yarn over and pull through the stitch, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over once again and pull through the last 2 loops. Place double crochets until you reach the end of the row. We're at the end of this row. Connect this row to the base by doing a double crochet slip stitch. Insert your hook to the first stitch from the base. Yarn over and pull through the stitch and 2 loops. Insert your hook to the next stitch. Yarn over and pull through the stitch and the last 2 loops. For row 2, slip stitch on the third stitch. Turn your work and place double crochets until you reach the end of the row. After 2 double crochets, extend your hook to make the stitches look taller. Row 3, chain 2 and place double crochets until the end of the row. We're now at the end of this row, and instead of doing a double crochet slip stitch, we'll do a complete double crochet to the last stitch and slip stitch to the fourth stitch of the base. For rows 4 to 6, we will repeat the patterns from rows 2 and 3. For row 7, repeat the pattern from row 1, chain 2, double crochet in each stitch, and double crochet slip stitch at the last stitch. Repeat the patterns from rows 1 to 7 until you reach the stitch marker. We're now done with the puff. And since we end up on the top instead of connecting it to the base, we'll leave this yarn for a while and get back to it later once we start making the strap. Attach the yarn on the first stitch of the puff. Then proceed to making single crochets along the base. Row 2, chain 1, turn your work and place single crochets until the end of the row. Last stitch for row 2, then we'll connect it to the puff by making a slip stitch. For row 3, make another slip stitch, turn your work, then single crochet until the end of the row. Repeat the patterns from rows 2 and 3 until you only have 8 stitches left from the puff. We're done with the base. Fasten off and cut off the yarn. Moving on to the strap, chain 58. This is equivalent to the measurement for my shoulder, and connect this to the corner of the base using a slip stitch. Turn your work, then make 2 slip stitches. Turn your work again and place double crochet in each chain until you reach the other corner of the base. For the last stitch, place a double crochet slip stitch. Row 2, make 2 slip stitches. Turn your work and place double crochets in each stitch and end with a double crochet slip stitch. Repeat this pattern until you have 5 rows. Once we finish the last row of the strap, chain 2, turn your work so we can have the right side of the crochet showing out, then place double crochets until you reach the other side. Once you reach the back side, make a decrease on the last stitch of the strap and the first stitch of the base. Then double crochet again until you only have 2 stitches left. Last 2 stitches, make another decrease, then slip stitch to the start of the row. For row 7, we will repeat the pattern in row 6, chain 2, double crochet in each stitch, make a decrease, double crochet again, and decrease once again, then slip stitch. We're now at the complicated part of this pattern. For row 8, chain 2 and place double crochets until you reach the other end of the strap. Next, we're going to make another decrease but also change the stitch from double crochet to half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook to the next stitch, yarn over and pull through the stitch, yarn over again and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and insert your hook to the next stitch, yarn over and pull through the stitch, yarn over and pull through all the loops in your hook. Proceed to making half double crochet. Decrease at the middle, then half double crochets until last 2 stitches left. Then another decrease and slip stitch. Fold the sleeve in half and mark the middle. For row 9, chain 1, make 5 single crochets and 5 half double crochets. Next, place double crochets until you only have 5 stitches left from the middle. Five stitches left, make a decrease, then double crochet. Repeat the decrease and double crochet for 4 times. Now, place double crochets until you only have 9 stitches left from the base. Make 5 half double crochet and 4 single crochets. Make another decrease, single crochet until 2 stitches left, decrease, then slip stitch to the start of the row. For row 10, chain 1, make 5 single crochets and 5 half double crochets. Then place double crochets in each stitch until you only have 9 stitches left. Make 5 half double crochets and 4 single crochets. Make another decrease, single crochet until 2 stitches left, decrease, then slip stitch to the start of the row. For row 11, we'll repeat the pattern in row 9 but without the decrease at the bottom. Chain 1, make 5 single crochets and 5 half double crochets. Next, place double crochets until you only have 5 stitches left from the middle. 5 stitches left, make a decrease, then double crochet. Repeat the decrease and double crochet for 4 times. Place double crochets until you only have 9 stitches left. Make 5 half double crochets and then single crochet until you reach the start of the row and slip stitch. Row 13, chain 2, place double crochets in each stitch until you only have 5 stitches left from the middle. Alternate the decrease and double crochet 4 times. Then double crochet until you reach the start of the row. For row 14, chain 2, place double crochets in each stitch and end with a slip stitch. We're now at the last row, chain 1, turn and place half double crochets in each stitch. Make a slip stitch, then fasten off. To make the right sleeve, it's basically the same with the left, but you'll need to skip the turn in row 6. Since you'll need to skip a turn, you will do the pattern in each row backwards. If you can't visualize what I'm saying, you can check the link in the description box for the full pattern. I'm done with the other sleeve, and now we'll make the holes for the lace. Starting at the bottom corner at the back, attach the yarn and place half double crochets in each row of single crochets. Once you reach the end of single crochets, place double crochets to the strap until you reach the puff. Make a double crochet slip stitch, then one slip stitch and turn. For row 2, place half double crochet in each stitch. For row 3, chain 1 and make another row of half double crochets, then half double crochet slip stitch to the puff. For row 4, slip stitch, turn your work and place single crochets in each stitch until you reach your desired start of the holes. Skip one stitch, then make single crochets. Repeat this until you reach the end of the row. For row 5, chain 1, turn your work, then place single crochets in each stitch and 2 single crochets in each hole. Once you reach the front, slip stitch to the puff and make 70 chains. Fasten off, make a knot at the end of the chains and repeat this pattern to the other side. We're almost done. We just need to insert the front lace to the puff. Make chain stitches long enough for the back lace and insert it into the holes. And here's the final output. To be honest, I had a hard time making this project. I had to unravel many times because I couldn't achieve the desired volume of the puff design as well as the fitting of the sleeves. It was really an absolute trial and error, but I hope you find this video helpful, and of course, I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please give this a thumbs up, and it would mean a lot to me if you subscribe to my channel. You can also drop your questions at the comment section and I'll be glad to answer. That's it, and see you on my next upload.